he should be a youth pastor, I think. I'm really nervous, and I asked a lot of friends from church to pray for me while I'm doing this testimony, and it's actually a short message. It has a short message. Self-reflecting message. It's a message for myself. And when I accepted Pastor Rhino's offer to come up front, I was really going to say no. My text message was ready. Thank you so much for this opportunity, but I have to say no. But for some reason, my mind went blur, and I deleted the text, and I said, thank you, Pastor, for your trust. I will do it. And then I go to my husband, I was like, I don't know what I have done. So I called some brothers and sisters from church, and I'm like, I'm so nervous about this thing. But I remember, I wanted to share with you that I remember a message that really touched my heart and changed the way I pray. And it is from a pastor, well-known pastor in South America. And he shared this, and I always watch this video when I'm in trouble, when I need to pray, but I don't know how to pray. So I call it Friends Like to Talk. And I only have 4 slides, so don't worry, Pastor. Or 5, right? So I would like to read with you, since we're doing this because of Steps to Christ. So page 93, can we read it together? Ready? Go. Through nature and revelation, through providence and by the influence of His Spirit, God speaks to us. But these are not enough. We need also to pour out our hearts to Him. Prayer is the opening of the heart to God as to a friend. Not that it is necessary in order to make known to God what we are, but in order to enable us to receive Him. Prayer does not bring God down to us, but brings us up to Him. So I thought about a question after reading these. What does it really mean to talk to God as a friend? So I remember the message of this pastor, and then he started his sermon with these. We all know these verses, right? Matthew 5-8. Right? And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. So, brothers and sisters, like I said, this is self-reflecting. This is for me, mostly for me. And this pastor was saying that prayer is vital for a Christian experience. Because Christianity is not just being a church member from Sanyu University. The word Christianity comes from Christ, right? So it's daily relationship with Christ. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with Christ. We need to walk with God. We need companionship with Jesus, right? So our greatest concern in life as Christians shouldn't be what should we do, what I shouldn't do. Our greatest concern is how not to separate from Jesus, right? So how to walk with Jesus. However, we can't develop this experience. We can't walk with Jesus. We can't have a relationship with someone if we don't talk to them in a daily basis. If we don't talk to them, if we don't talk to Jesus as a friend, as your best friend. So here's where prayer plays an important role in our life. And unfortunately, the privilege of prayer is being taken for granted. We can pray freely, anytime, anywhere, wherever you... Right now, I can even pray for myself. You know, we should take these privilege and then we should take advantage of it. And everyone knows the need of prayer. I know we all are good church members, so we know the need of prayer. And then we know that if we don't communicate with Jesus, we will die spiritually, right? But what can I do? This is for myself. What can I do when I don't feel like praying, when I can't pray like my brother or sister that prays for an hour, what is she talking to Jesus for an hour? I don't know. I can't say. I only pray for the beautiful weather. Thank you for the food. Amen. Right? This is my prayer. But do you really talk to your best friend like that? Hey, thank you for the food. Bye. Right? We don't say like that. So this is why I read the verse of Matthew 6:5 and. See, the verse 5 again says, and when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites. That means be sincere to your friend Jesus. So that really touched my heart when I was really, really young. So what is Jesus telling me here? God, he answered my question and said, God is not happy with my insincere prayer. I believe that nobody prays to draw themselves further from God. We pray to get closer to God, right? But we need to speak to Him sincerely, like a friend. And I spoke to God, this is my testimony. I spoke to God sincerely. And I said, I want to have a baby for 5 years. And He answered me, He didn't answer me at that time, but He answers prayer. So I changed my prayer and I said, God, I want to have a baby that looks like my husband. So He gave me my prayer. It was my sincere prayer and it was answered because everyone that sees Daddy and Ian, they said that they look alike. I said I was not going to cry out. And they do. My son he was born from my heart. And it's an answered prayer.